This is Undergroundopolis.
I guess. All right, this song's called "The Vote Party's Canceled."
Are you excited for the boat party?
Not really. The vote party's been canceled, actually.
Oh no, Ken! I even went to buy a new hat for it.
Well, no, it's busy your new hat now.
Well, that's a shame. What happened?
So Jared was the one that went the vote way in advance, but he didn't, and now all the votes are gone.
So what am I gonna do now? I already took all these pills.
I got an answer. Chicken on the shore with you. Chicken on the shore, chicken on the shore, chicken on the shore with you. Chicken on the shore, chicken on the shore, chicken on the shore with you. Chicken on the shore.
friends, family. It's that time. It's time for another night of talking about music, man, and talking about bands that you probably haven't heard of, or you might have. I'm excited because, like, I'm getting these global guests that are coming on the show, and it's been a while since I've had guests from Switzerland, and I've had guests from Germany, and now I've had a guest from Australia, and tonight I've got a guest from South Korea. But before we get into that, just going to bring up the Ruckus, brought to you by Undergroundopolis at 21st in Germantown, 1481 South Shelby Street, Louisville, Kentucky, USA. July 20th. The Ruckus with Fontanium from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Heavy blues guys. Almost metal blues guys. Is there a thing as metal blues? Bluesy metal. And Midnight Lounge Crew. Which, I'll just keep bringing that up. Those guys, their drummer is Michael Moody. Michael, if you're a local Louisville musician, Michael Moody has probably ran your sound at one time or another. I would bet my 401k on it. He's ran sound for a lot of local bands and big acts too. He's ran a lot of sound, and he went out and started a band, and he's out playing again. And that's his band, Midnight Lounge Crew. They're going to, and it's a mix of, from the guy, one of the guys from Banshee, and it's going to be a good night. It was called the Local Ruckus because I was only having local bands, but now I'm getting out of town bands. I just shortened it to the Ruckus. We do it every third Thursday of every month at 21st in Germantown, 1481 South Shelby Street, Louisville, Kentucky, USA. And thank you for supporting it, because I couldn't do it without you. I can't do it without that little thumbs up that you're going to give this video, or that little follow on Spotify, or anything like that. I can't do it because Lord knows I don't make any money on I make about as much money on this as playing music. All right, I'm going to bring my guest right on. Tell us
what's going on, Rob?
Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Oh, it's your boy Isaac from Goths on the Beach. From Canada originally, and now in Busan, South Korea. It's like, what is it, 10 in the morning right now, so I'm sleepy as hell. But yeah, I didn't have time to put my goth makeup on.
We could have waited.
Nah, you'd have to wait another like 12 hours or so.
Is that right? So
yeah, no goth, all beach.
How did you come up with that name? Goths on the Beach.
So, my girlfriend Kim, who I love, she's the other singer in our band, and she was a cyber goth when she was a teenager. So had like the crazy, like multicolored hair, scare your parents aesthetic going on. And I mean, I've been doing like what I call like kind of a surf goth thing, because I just have some makeup and shit on while I'm rocking a surfboard. Anyway, we're at the beach one day and wearing our proper beach clothing, swim trunks, bikini, whatever, and we just noticed there's all these Korean goths just full, and it's like, okay, I don't know how Fahrenheit works because I'm Canadian. So for us, it's 34. For you guys, I think that's like 117. I don't know how the numbers work exactly. I'm not a fucking scientist. Sorry for swearing. Anyway, there are these like goth Koreans just fully dedicated to it, like head to toe, long sleeve, black clothing on the beach. And I just turned to Kim and was like, there are a lot of goths on the beach. Oh, that's a good band name. Oh, that's a good band concept. Let's go start this band.
That's good.
Yeah, it just it came out of the moment. It was like destined to be. It's been all right. I mean, to be honest, we did start as a joke. the idea was like, what if they're just two people jumping around on stage being really stupid and dancing around? And now there's five people on stage being stupid and dancing around. And it's actually like a good live show.
So 34 Celsius would be 93 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, there you go.
I had to Google it.
Nice. We're fact checking. Jamie, bring it up. Bring up the Fahrenheit. Anyway.
Well, watching your live videos and stuff, you get a pretty good crowd, man.
Yeah, man. The Gothos, as my girlfriend calls them. She's from Sheffield, so she's got a bit of a heavy accent. Kind of works though. It's sort of like Linkin Park, but instead of a rapper, it's just a British goth lady.
Well,
But yeah, I mean, yeah, we get some pretty good turnout here. The music scene here is like quite decent. Yeah.
Well, let's hear about it. I mean, is Busan a pretty big city, or?
I mean, yeah. So it's not as big as Seoul, but it's second biggest city in Korea. I think, what is it, like 3 million people?
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of chill. It has, coming from Canada, it sort of has like Vancouver vibes. But the rent is like a quarter of what it is in Vancouver, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, I mean, but like, I guess we'll like Seisu Mi. I don't know if you know those guys, but they're probably like the biggest band out of Busan in terms of like rock. They've actually got some new stuff coming out. If you guys want to check out some kind of shoegazy Korean stuff, yeah, they're really cool.
Well, how would you describe Goths on the Beach music?
Oh, well, it's a wonderful combination of surf rock and goth rock, which you would think those genres don't work, but they do.
Yeah, they do.
It's surprisingly easy to write music for this band. So yeah, I mean, surf rock, goth rock, it's obviously a bit comedic. In my research for how to write surf music and goth music, basically, as long as you're singing about surfing, it's surf music, and that's not too hard to do.
I lost my place.
No,
Are you the hat? Are you the hat guy?
No, that's our boy Oscar. I can't cover this wonderful curly hair that I've got. I've got some bad bedhead. It's usually a lot better looking than this. Caught me on my worst hair day when you interview me.
Yeah, well, that's the point.
No,
it's like getting your license picture taken. You know, it's always bad.
Oh no, I can't stop looking at it now. No, our hat guy. If you don't know, there's a rule with like 90s boy bands where one of them has to wear a hat. And we just kind of coincidentally, that happened for us. We just happened to be following that formula. Our hat guy's Oscar. He's great. He's our newest addition to the band, but he's really clutch. Fantastic guitar player. I'm not crazy about the hat, but we have to wear it. So, you know, he does a good job of keeping the beach aesthetic going and balancing out the goth aesthetic.
Well, let me ask you.
If you haven't seen pictures of us, check it out.
No, there's a great meme on yours. That's why I asked it.
We're a very memeable band, yeah, which is one of the benefits of being in Goths on the Beach is the memes.
Well, how did you guys come together? Especially being she's from Sheffield, which isn't Korea, obviously. It's the UK. I do know that. You being from the Great North. How did you end up in Korea and form a band?
I guess it's just I mean, for me, I majored in English, which, not getting a ton of job offers majoring in English literature, but no, there's actually like a decent amount of demand for English teaching here. So
Oh,
basically, everyone in the band is an English teacher by day. Excuse me. And then a goth on the beacher by night. So it just kind of worked out. I mean, it's one of those like serendipitous, everything kind of just came together type deals. I don't know, man.
Would you encourage touring acts to tour South Korea?
I mean, yeah, if you're in the area for sure, it's definitely worth stopping by. The local scene's pretty supportive of bands coming from outside. We've had a few bands from the States come by, and I mean, back in the day, like, yeah, what was it? My buddy like booked Grimes back in 2014, back before she was dating Elon Musk. Way back in the day, like, yeah. So I mean, yeah, we get like usually there are a lot of big acts that come through Seoul, so there are a bunch of venues. So I guess if you're doing, and most people are gonna go out and tour Japan, but yeah, South Korea is a good stop. I guess Australia too. If you're playing around there, yeah, it's a good place to stop by, get some kimchi and rice.
Yeah.
Fix your gut bacteria.
Well, rock and roll's huge in Japan. It's bigger than it is in the United States. It's like it's the United States is all bro country, but for the most part, it's
Yeah.
I do like country music. Don't get me wrong. I like a lot of the country music bands. I don't like bro
country.
I don't like the bro country ones. If they're playing real country, what I call real country, great. But
yeah,
that's the new punk rock. Really put bands
I would don't throw that term around. I mean, like, yeah, you get your old Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. That's great, but the bro country is kind of, it's sort of just like a list of things that you either want to buy or bought already.
Yep.
I got a six pack. I got a truck. She's got her overalls and her eye makeup. Oh, is that going to be a Goths on the Beach song? I don't know.
Maybe it should be.
That's kind of the nice thing.
She wrote a song on Undergroundopolis. Yeah, that's got to be a hit.
That's sort of the way things come together. Is like a friend will be like, "Hey, here's a stupid idea for a song. Why don't you write it?" We're like, "Okay, yeah, it works out."
Well, let's talk about some of my favorite songs, since it is my show. And I really like the song you sent me the video for. The boat party is canceled.
Oh yeah, it's
is there a story behind that?
Yeah, wow. So we're supposed to go on a boat party for our friend's birthday, and he didn't book a boat in time, and the boat party was canceled. And in advance, we were anticipating this party, and because you can go and like rent a yacht, it's not too much out. But one of the luxuries of Korea is it's an affordable place to live. And yeah, we're just hyped on it. Like, yeah, we're gonna write a song about the boat party, woo! And then the boat party was canceled, so it's like we're gonna write a 9 Inch Nails vibey song. Like, that's our hurt. But the reason we were hurt is that the boat party was canceled.
That's fucking hilarious. A lot of your songs got a humorous undertone to them, I guess you'd say. I don't know if hopefully I'm not being insulting by saying that.
No, we don't take ourselves seriously at all. And it's very liberating to not do that. And you can get a serious message out if you need to, but just by being as sarcastic as possible.
Yeah.
It's better than yelling at people, I guess. Although we'll probably start doing that too on the new album. Some more shouty songs.
I really like because I'm a horror movie fanatic, but Bella Lugosi is dead serious about learning to surf. I tried to find my Bella, which I did find my Bella Lugosi shirt. It just, what I found, I was like, shit, it's green. And last time I wore a green shirt with my green screen, I just looked like a head floating, which is kind of cool. But I was like, I can't wear, so I wore my Lon Chaney shirt, which is close enough to Bella Lugosi.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. You're repping. Oh, yeah. I guess we'll have to write a Lon Chaney song. Werewolves of Busan or something. Werewolves of Korea. But yeah, that song is actually, I mean, that's probably our dumbest song.
Of course, I'd like it.
It goes so hard live, actually. Like, we've done some shows where it's all just Korean audience, and we're like, I don't know how this is going to go over. Do they speak English? Do they get that we're doing kind of a comedy surf goth thing? And then Bella Lugosi's dead hits, and they're all just going crazy, making monster noises. And yeah, it's hype. It's one of our more popular songs, and I have no idea why.
I get it. I totally get it.
It's a jam.
I got it.
Yeah.
My most popular song is still the song about getting spanked by a nun in school, and I hate playing it, but it's like it's the one song everybody asks for. It's like
I mean, people got their kinks, you know.
Yeah, I know. I guess
so many perverts in the rock scene.
Yeah. It's literally about getting smacked by your knuckles by a ruler. It's like, it was. I kind of hate playing the song, but it's got the most streams on Spotify and everything else. It has the most hits of all my songs. Yeah, and I'm just like, ugh.
Monetize that trauma.
I guess. I'm not even Catholic. I never went to Catholic school. I was reading an article one time. I was just surfing the web, reading articles, and one of the things was, well, nobody spanks like a nun, and then it clicked in my head. I was like, that's a song. What about I try not to talk too much about mine. I try to just get the guests to talk, but then I get long with it too, man. do laps to surf? I don't know if I can say it.
To surfing?
Yeah, do leaps to surf.
Apologies to all the German people watching, the one or two of you out there. Another banger. Whoa.
It is a banger, man.
Actually, we do that live. We get a nice drum solo on it, and our drummer Jared dresses like a Dracula, which is he steals the show. You got two very good-looking women, and you won't even notice them in the band because you're just staring at Dracula on drums. Doing his Du liebst das Surfen. Yeah, so that was like, what if Rammstein really loved surfing? Another great song.
Du liebst das Surfen. That's right. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome, man. I love it.
Yeah. Kim can speak a little bit of German. I think her lyrics are something like, how's my German? Buy me a drink. Which works.
Yeah. Does a lot of people speak English in Korea?
Well, yeah, in the foreigner community especially. But yeah, no, it's fairly well spread. Like most of the signs are bilingual, so yeah, you get it's fairly easy to navigate actually. If you don't speak a lick of Korean and you speak English, yeah, you'll find your way around here.
Do you speak Korean?
아니요, 안 돼. 나는 조금 바보.
You probably just told me to go to hell or something.
I speak a tiny. No, I called myself a word that means a not intelligent person that you might get canceled for. That starts with an R. I can speak a little bit of Korean. Not this.
You won't get canceled by me. You can say anything on my fucking show. I do not care. I don't care for
Oh,
cancel
nice
culture or
horse
anything, man.
cock.
Yeah.
You ever
say
get a
horse
guest? You ever get a guest who just says donkey dick or jizz?
cock. Now, there was one when I first started doing this show. I had a joke of the week segment, and one guy spilled out a pedophile joke, which I never aired, but I still thought the joke was kind of funny. This is so bad. It's so bad.
Yikes.
Like, give me a joke of the week. Give me the joke of the week. And he's like, can I say anything? I was like, yeah. And he goes out this joke. I was like, oh, man, I'm probably not going to air that joke. Sorry.
Yeah. I got a good PETA. I mean, it's a classic joke, but like, why did the guitarist get arrested? Well, he was fingering A minor.
Yeah. Tell me about your new album. Tell me all about it.
So we called it Goths on the Beach Greatest Hits Volume 1 because it's our first album. And that's the only chance we had to name our debut album Greatest Hits Volume 1. It's pretty decent. I think we've got some new stuff in the mix that we're working on, so I'm kind of more excited for that. However, you should check out our first album before the next album comes out so that you can be one of those pricks like, I knew them when they had their first album out. It's great, but we will have better stuff, which will only make the fact that it's called Greatest Hits Volume 1 even better because it's not going to be our best album. But yeah, no, it's a banger start to finish. All the best elements of surf rock and goth, which you know, depending on your mood, it's got you covered. Some people, well, I'm sure, will absolutely despise it, but you know.
Well, you can also be one of those. You get to be one of those pricks like, well, I want to hear songs from the first album at the show. Oh man, they're just playing the new shit. You know, everybody hates it when you play the new shit.
Yeah, play "Don't Hang 10 Yourself" or whatever.
Well, man, we're starting to run out of.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
We will be putting a music video out for "Don't Hang 10 Yourself" too, which is a song we wrote about Ian Curtis and how he should never have killed himself because he would have loved Joy Division. Or he was in Joy Division. He would have loved New Order.
Yeah,
that's what's up. He could have just disappeared.
Yeah. Well,
anyway.
Anything you want to add before we wrap it in? Got a Bandcamp website?
Yeah, check us out on the socials. Goths on the Beach. We're on the Instagram. We're on the Facebook. We're not doing TikTok yet because we're a bit old and it scares us. We got a music video out, "Hip to Be Depressed."
Oh, that's a great song too, man.
It's a banger. If you're an American Psycho fan, you'll like that. And yeah, check us out if you're in Busan, which you probably aren't, but check us out if you are. I got my alarm going off. I gotta go feed my crows.
All right, man. Thank you so much for being my guest tonight. Today, for you, it's in the morning. This morning, thanks for getting up at an ungodly hour to do this show with me.
It's all good. Thanks for having us, Rob. Sorry if I was a dickhead at any point.
Oh man, you were great. It's a great interview, and
right on, brother.
Be sure to check out there. So there will be a link in the description to all their socials. There'll be a link to the Hip to Be Depressed video in the description. If you like this show, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, hit follow or Spotify, whatever you do, whatever lame ass service you stream on, other than Bandcamp. And I'm your host, Rob Lyons, signing off.